Hello students, today we will study about the satellites. In the night sky, we have reached up to the satellites, and satellites are those small bodies, you can say those smaller heavenly objects which revolve around the planet. As we know that Mercury and Venus have no satellites, Earth has one, the beautiful moon. Mars has two, Phobos and Deimos. Then we know Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune all have many dozens of satellites. Now we have to talk about our beautiful planet, the moon. First of all, we are going through the facts related to the moon, and the first fact is it is our nearest neighbor. As we know that it is natural satellite of our planet, the nearest neighbor is the most explored and studied by astronomers. The diameter is about 1/4 of Earth's diameter. Its mass is 1/81th part of Earth's mass. So we can have a comparison in this way. The small moon and our Earth. As we know, moon glows in a silver shine, but the silver shine is due to the reflection of the intensity received from the sun by the moon. As we know that this light is of the sun, bigger than the stars in appearance because it is very near to us. Its distance from Earth is 3,84,400 kilometers. Surface is covered with hard rocks and loose dust. It has many mountains and craters on its surface. It possesses two motions, the rotation on its own axis as well as the revolution around the the Earth. It takes 27 days and 7 hours to revolve and rotate around the sun, around the Earth. As its revolution time period is equal to rotation time period, that's why we are able to see only a single side of moon, which is known as the front side or bright side, and the back side is said to be the black side of the moon. Now we are going to discuss one more topic, which is due to the revolution of moon around us. Phases of the moon is different. These phases are due to variable area in front of the sun which can be observed from Earth. That's why we observe the phases of moon. In Hindi, these phases are called Kalaएं, Chandrama ki Kalaएं. Now, obviously, this is due to the relative position of Earth, Sun and Moon. So we have a picture, and in that picture we will discuss that how these phases come into existence and become very important. See, to this side we have the sun. Now, here in this case, when the sun is just in front of the earth and the moon is in between the earth and the sun, we can think that this time the portion of this moon's surface which is in front of the sun cannot be observed from the earth. This is the position 1, and this position 1 belongs to that night when the moon cannot be observed from earth because its area which is in front of the sun cannot be observed from earth. So this is the condition which we used to say the new moon, and in Hindi this night is said to be night of Amavasya. Now let's go to a second step, and now we can observe that this time the portion which is visible from earth of the moon is a little part here, and this part is observed from earth like this. Now this second position is said to be the crescent moon. When the less than half of the area of the moon is visible to us or is shining in the sky, then we say it the crescent. But as the refractory part or the refractory surface or the shining surface is increasing every night, so this period is known as waxing, and this crescent is also known as waxing crescent. Now we come to the third position, and in this third position we can clearly see that this time the moon becomes halfway, and from earth half of the face of moon can be observed, and this moon is said to be the quarter moon. Now we are coming to this time, and this time the sun is reflecting, the sun is radiating the same way, and the light of the sun is falling on one half of the moon surface like in the condition 1, in 2 and 3. But now also because of the relative positions of the moon, sun and earth, there is an area of the moon visible from the earth is like more than half. At this condition, which we can say number 4, the moon is said to be waxing gibbous. Now let's come at the 5th position, and at this time the moon is glowing with half of the face completely shining. This time is said to be the full moon, because that side which is visible from earth is completely glowing. Now before going to the 6th position, we should know that from earth at the time 5 we can observe our beautiful moon like this. Also I should mention here that full moon is known as the Purnima moon, or the night is said to be Purnima. Now we come to the 6th position, and at the 6th position you can see, here again you can see more than half of the moon's portion illuminated or shining, but it is important here to notice that now the reflected surface is on decreasing. That's why this is known as the gibbous, but this gibbous is known as the waning gibbous. Now we have the 7th position, and in the 7th position we have again the half of the moon illuminated, and at this time again the moon comes, the quarter moon. At position 3 it was said it is called first quarter, and on position 7 it is called the third quarter. Now we have the 8th position. Here the moon is known as waning crescent moon. In between these 1 to 8 position there are several phases of moon, but these are the named one, and through this the cycle of the moon's phases can be understood. Then the other satellites are also there, which are made by human. We launch them and we set them into the orbit, and those satellites are known as artificial or man-made satellites. These artificial satellites are man-made spacecrafts. They are launched in a launching vehicle which is known as rocket. We know that the first Indian satellite was Aryabhat. We have now many satellites, and these satellites have major application in forecasting weather about the cyclones, tsunamis, television, radio communication, mobile phone communication, as well for spying, for remote sensing and defense.